Good afternoon, everyone. I'm starting early today. Uh, got 13 duties to get out of the way, and then we'll be done and be ready for Friday. So I hope that you're ready. Logging in right now. Right where we left off yesterday. Cloud deck. Queuing for the cloud deck. One yesterday. I just, I was tired. I didn't sleep well the night before, so I tried to do something while I was tired, and I don't think it best. But we'll see how today goes. Hope that it only takes us 5 minutes to get in there this time. Almost 20 minutes yesterday. So, a reminder to everybody who just tuning in, whatnot. Yeah, I'm gonna be starting with Endwalker on Friday. I've got some medical appointments on Friday, so I will be um yeah, nothing like somebody dropping stuff upstairs to pull you out of your train of thought. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna be doing a lot of that on Friday. I'm going to be doing the doctor's appointment, and then in the evening, we'll be entering in, and I still don't know if I'm going to be broadcasting or not on Friday. I will probably be on Sav, and I'll probably just be having fun going through stuff. Leave the teaching behind. It's just for the. Ooh, ooh, we got in. So Friday will just be for the content, the checking out all the new stuff and enjoying the storyline. We have kind of ignored in this. So get ready for Diamond Weapon. This is my first time fighting this boss. The Cloud deck. Okay, so this is my first time in here. What I'm going to note is there are these two locations on the deck, as well as markings on the deck that kind of put it out into a grid. So I'm guessing that these two spots are going to be of import at some point in this. Got somebody watching the perfectly acceptable. Looking at the way they did this. All right. Let the other tank pull threat. Get our big attack out before popping Iron Will back up. A Diamond Rain is an ability that apparently gives damage to the grade-wide damage. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Use the teleporter to move between decks. Okay. So it looks like there's going to be teleporting between sides. Okay. So the boss is going to use attacks that will kill people. Adamant Purge. You want to be on the proper side for Adamant Purge. Oh. Alright, so both tanks. If you're a tank, you should not be stacked with the rest of the party. You should not be stacked on each other. Okay, this should... Oh, I see. I need to be on the other side. I'm going to come over here. This way. Okay. My mistake there. Adamant Purge. I'm healing the other tank because they use Super Blide, which drops them down to 1 health. So I'm trying to do what I can. I am probably doing this very wrong. I do not know. Oh. Okay, these are knockback rings. Stand at the edge of the knockback ring, or you will get knocked off. Teleport around when your side gets targeted for stuff. Ooh. Alright, so these are going to go in a pattern. Watch the pattern and look for a place to stand that's safe on the deck. The pattern flashed on the deck. A targeted tank ability. Okay. Likes playing with these orbs. It goes down the middle and then it chooses one side to do an AoE on. Outrage is going to be the raid-wide damage. For that, you want to stand near the spot where it's going to knock you diagonally towards the corner, so you've got more space between you and the edge. Alright, we got another one of these. Be safe here, and then we'll have to run across. Okay. Just pay attention to what's going on around you. So far, this fight seems relatively simple. Knock on wood. Alright, we got the other platform coming up again. Okay. I come stand here. Diamond Shrapnel is the one that hits us both. Adamant Purge. Don't know which side he's doing. Okay. Pay attention to him because swords will come out and you will want to jump over to the other side if you're on the wrong side. So red swords will come out on the side that he's going to attack. If you're a tank, do not be stacked with the other tanks or with the rest of the party. Oh, we got hands coming out. Another Adamantite Purge. Adamant Purge, I should say. Crap, I might not make it. Made it. The hands. Pay attention to the location of the hands. They are going to be doing line attacks. Okay, position yourself so that you do not hit the rest of the party with that. If the arrows are pointed towards somebody, you're not in the right spot. If you move to the right spot and somebody is still standing there, then that's not your fault. All right, we got some drops. Like, all of them are taken. All right, we've got a purge coming out. Got a stack mechanic. I hope they survive. I don't know if I'm supposed to run back over there or not. I'm going to sit here for the moment. Diamond Rain is raid-wide damage. I'll jump back over. Alright, so we got another adamant weapon. Or not, this is something else. Just in case it may have laid fire, I moved away from the teleporter so that people would not get damaged if they went there. Alright. Remember with that, move to a spot where you are not going to connect with the other players. Arrows pointed at other players is bad. Right, we've got... Crap. I don't know what I just did there. I was getting chased by that. I was distracted by the purge. So if you get that, you have to run and try not to get hit because you get stacks of the debuff. Okay. There is no phase 2 for this. That's the fight. Okay. So let's just make it so we don't have to go back there for quest points. And we can just... Nope, nope. Don't want to see the storyline for this. I want to watch this. Enjoy it on my other character. But probably tomorrow. Or the storyline. Okay. No? Okay, it's just to get an item. Like... Alright, with that done, diamond weapon is out of the way. With diamond weapon out of the way. Oh, yeah. You know, it's kind of funny. sounds that I hear coming from my computer. Like it sounds like a hard drive is being accessed, but like actively, consistently being read, and I don't like that because unless OBS is doing something, be no disk massively going on. As soon as it ejects us from here, we will queue for Eden. Should go fast because it's current content and you got people there still spamming it to get their drops for relic weapons. Wanna get it taken care of before the expansion hit. And I know there's gonna be another one. Oh, alright. Rejected, but the quest has the marker over it. Go. Go to raids. Alexander. Did I? I don't know. Alright. Just getting a little psyched up for this. I have not done any except for Titan as tank. Give me a moment to prepare myself. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Well, enjoy the diamond fight without any sounds. I apologize. Alright, so let's, I'm glad I looked over and noticed that before going on Eden. Right. Put on all our tombstone. On Tuesday, so it's rolled over. Wondrous Tales. We've got until the 7th to complete this one and turn it in. Probably gonna be doing, 2 more Burdens of the Sun. Because Fulmination is not a fun one. I mean, it's not fun to repeat it. Okay. Almost got a full party. This will teleport me out. Have to unlock each stage, so doesn't matter. And I'm really hoping that, you know, people that do watch these later on YouTube take some, are willing to watch the learning process. And especially when the thing drops on Friday, there's going to be a lot more failures than there are previous videos, because it's all going to be new content. And you know what? There are probably going to be more wipes, which is acceptable. And, you know, you learn a lot more from dying in a fight than from doing it right the first time. Especially if you don't understand the mechanics. Like, I'd been in the Paradigm's Breach many times, but it wasn't until making the video that I actually understood what some of the attacks were doing. So, learn. I recommend you try learning. Best way to get better at the game. Thankfully, this is a game where you can learn by doing and you don't need to go elsewhere most of the time for, you know, what can help you get better at the game. You can actually ask people in the game, and sometimes they will brush you off, but most of the time they'll be like, okay, here's what you can do. Help. That's random players. The only game that I found where a random player is willing to invest time in helping someone they don't know with figuring out their character, figuring out what they need to do to improve themselves. Almost every other game I've played, there's been, well, you gotta get good on your own. Go to this website and you know, follow this spec and whatnot. And love the community. Guessing I already looked at the top of this, but I'm gonna go up there and beacon has been lit. El Amigo calls for aid. So right now we're just waiting for that to happen. Oh, Eden is a fun 8-man. Entirety of it. Healer. Specified healer. Well, if they don't click, then we're probably still going to get in, because we were sitting at 222. Eden's Gate. Resurrection. Yeah, other tank is probably going Holy crap. 530. Everything is... Go for it, mate. Go for it. Spear of Paradise. Like that is a tank buster. Eden's Gravity. Grade wide damage. And drop Iron Will for a bit. Do not stack in those circles. Draw them out to the edge because they are going to leave a small pool behind. Does a ring attack, you want to hug the boss for the ring attack. Okay, getting targeted with this. Running away from the party. Line attack, so do not be standing on other players. Your Paradise going out again. Gonna put that back up. Pure Light. Stand behind the boss. And do not do what Black Mage did. They were rescued and then they ran back out into it. Okay. There's going to be a cross attack. In addition to everybody being targeted with a ground AoE. Can't stack for. Dimensional Shift. Okay. We have got 8 white orbs around us. They're going to randomly start attacking beams. Then there are going to be random ground AoEs as well. Dodge accordingly. It's better to stay alive than to DPS. Pure Light's going to go out again while he's doing that, so you got to make your way over behind the boss during that. Not see that going on, so that is on me. You'll get a damage debuff from that if you get hit with it. Right. What's going on? Looking around for what's going on. Alright, so we've got 2 epicenter AoEs. And then we got 2 ads that will spawn immediately if you're a tank. Grab one. The other tank was precipitating this. So they were standing close to the epicenter. We got the HP for it. Should pick up whichever one the other tank doesn't grab. Alright. DPS them down. Eden's going to attack. This is all cutscene right here. Guessing if you don't get those ads down, you take more damage from this. At this point, should be good. Alright, boss comes back. Bison Virtue. Crap. Tried to move. Rather get it on a DPS than on one of the healers. Your Paradise is going to go out. That's Tank Buster. Gonna do Pure Light, get behind the boss for Pure Light. Right. Right, we've got this going out. Remember for the cross attack to try not to stand on others and move accordingly. If you got somebody that's moving, just stop, and if they stop moving, take a different direction than they were going. Alright, that is Eden taken care of. We'll open these and on everything. And don't remember what item level they are, but we're gonna move on to the next stage momentarily. Not gonna get that one, which is fine. Alright, we come out, we deal with the storyline. I found this one enjoyable. I did not appreciate some of the model designs in the later ones, just because, well, you'll understand. You'll understand when you see it. This does not fit. Or better yet, I'll say they don't look alike. They invested time making a unique model and did not invest in making another model based upon that one. They just went with default choices. That's a failure in this one. So Eden's Gate Descent. This is the fun one, the really fun one. Because there's a lot of time mechanics in this. Yeah, we'll be coming back here. I am going to try to do everything without teleporting. Huh. I didn't realize there was a special fate here. Right, so Lakeland. Meg. Arium. Go north to the Crystarium. Then from the Crystarium we can get to Kalusia, which is where we want to go. So let us place the best. Yeah, we'll probably give these to a retainer. I'm excited for Endwalker, definitely. Definitely excited. So, Amato Keep. Travel to the Crystarium. Right. Yes, we want to go to Kalusia. You know what you're doing in a lot of these zones, you don't need to teleport. Teleport's just a faster means of getting around. Just attempting to conserve some gil right now. Right, we got one of each. Guessing... be the healer? I just... Black Mage in that last one did not know what they were doing. They said as much, and when they were told what to do, they ignored the advice. Either that, or they just have really bad tunnel vision. Tunnel vision, something you've got to work on getting rid of. And I'll be honest, it's not the easiest thing to get rid of, because, yeah, I'll still enter tunnel vision in this game. I will get distracted by something else. And, yeah. I mean, you saw it in one of the earlier fights. The diamond fight, I should have run from a ground AoE, and I didn't, and didn't end detrimentally, but it was still from focusing too much on one thing. This is... you have to constantly looking at various things. Alright, let's see what the... for this one. Don't think it's going to be higher than what I've got. Ins change. 450 for a ring. We're going to take a ring. Why are we going to take a ring? We have a 406 ring. 505. Or 450s. Okay. So ring is the only thing that I really need to change for now. So I don't need to need on the other stuff. Well, we don't have a helmet up for that one. It's kind of cool. Full to, shiny for my liking. Oh, really? Did not get the ring? I just bought the ring. Okay. So, gonna enter Eden's Gate Descent. Eden's Gate Descent. Welcome to the fun fight. Oh. That's the same Black Mage. Okay. So Voidwalker. Doom Void Guillotine. It's a front-to-back line cleave. And it summons Void Beasts. It will split and go either direction. Doom Void Scar, rush in. You'll have beasts come from 4 different directions after that one goes off. They'll explode into the boss. Darkfire 3. Target random players and they will... This is 2 groups. No, it was 1 group. My mistake. 1 group for the stack mechanic. Alright. The clock has come in. So, you notice how there's a clock on each one of these. That means that they are going to go off when the clock reaches 0. But don't be standing next to anybody when they do. It's best to move to a location unless you're melee. Even if you are melee, you should move to a location that's safe. For that, it's the stack mechanic, but the countdown. Got this going out for a countdown. Again, it's the 4 circles. So pay attention to that. Make sure that you are not standing next to someone that's got one of those on top of their head. Got one of those on top of your head. Be safe. And for that, you want to, if you do not have a mark over your head, you want to stack with the group so that everybody takes reasonable damage. Alright, get to the edge. Don't jump off. Alright, we got the voids coming out again. So for this one, remember, it goes out. Then you've got the guys come out immediately after. Then you've got another shove. Entropy's coming. Entropy, you need 1 person standing in each one of those spots. We've got a stack mechanic. Countdown stack, so you need to stay stacked until it goes off. Another spell in waiting is going to go out. This one. Yep. So, pay attention to the order at which they go out. You can stay stacked for that until you can stay stacked for that until the effect goes out, and then you can move away for the rest of it. It's just recommended that you do not just stay stacked if you don't have... Okay, we've got Shadow Eye going out. Look away from the people that have the Shadow Eye on them. It's not going to be from the boss, it's going to be on a targeted player. Shadow Eye's going out again. I'm going to look away. Crap. If we want to, sure we're dodging stuff. I got caught in the Shadow Eye. I'm dead. I am not dead. Got entropy going out. Grade wide damage. We got the void push again. We got the stack mechanic on a cooldown. Everybody go over there and stack. Now remember, spell and waiting. So the group AoE is going to go off before this AoE. So the people that are not... Yeah. That was a lag spike. Okay, that could have gone a lot better. I hope you were able to pay attention to what was going on in the fight. I was trying to explain what's going on, so apologies. Don't need any of that. Yep, and some of the other people in the party were going over what people were doing wrong, and that was that they were stacking, and then as soon as the second attack would go out for the countdown, then they would unstack before the first attack went off. And that's what I was trying to say is you gotta stay stacked until the timer goes off. And then you can spread out. And that's what kept killing people. Well, I suppose I should take the one that gives me the most so that I can trade them in from the expansion. Alright. We are. And more before we're done. Feels kind of good to come to the conclusion of this. Well, the temporary conclusion. Picks up again next week. Eden's Gate Inundation. Here we go. Let's go get that ring. Still more. All right. Let's send our lovely tasty cake back out. Right, Mr. Relic Exchanger. Well, Relic Exchanger, I can't tell male or female on kobolds. Want the Ring of Fending. It says we've got one. Oh, earring. Okay, Ring of Fending. No wonder I didn't have an earring of Fending. Alright, we have broken 500 per item level. It's funny. That other paladin had 50k more health than me. And I think that's one of the reasons why they're doing a stat crunch. Because it started to get out of hand. Let's... things and what we can... we want to keep. Not sure we can keep. We can keep that. Cluster we can keep. Clusters. Things we can get rid of. Don't recall what that is for. Can't destroy it from a retainer's inventory. Good to know. It looks like we're good there. Need to go vendor some of this. Actually, no, I'll be using food come the expansion. In's Gate, inundation. Go. Eden's Gate. Inundation. Oh, goody. Leviathan again. Was a healer that pulled this time, so... Tidal Roar. Grade-wide damage is what Tidal Roar is. One person getting targeted. Beam attack, do not be standing on the person targeted. Temporary current. It's going to go over most of the field. Massive damage if you get hit. I don't know if it knocks you off the edge. Drenching Pulse. Ground AoE. Followed by targeted ground AoE. And then we've got another temporary current. As long as you're paying attention, you should be able to move before it goes off. Tidal Roar. That's the raid-wide damage again. Grip Current. Frontal Beam attack. Tidal Wave. Right. Tidal Wave. Run over to the side that has the pool on it. Gonna knock you back. Undersea Quake. Going to destroy half the platform. Crashing Pulse. Dodge that. Got a stack mechanic immediately after. Tidal Roar. Grade-wide damage. Temporary current. Still have two small sections that you can hide in during tidal current. Move accordingly. And the platform comes back. Tsunami. Get hit with, Alright, one player is going to be targeted with, a knockback ability. You want to, Oh, this is just a stack of AoEs. Move accordingly. Try not to stack when you don't need to stack, and try to stack when you do need to stack. If you get targeted with this one, run towards the boss so that everybody will get knocked back, and they won't get knocked off the edge because you're standing in the middle. Tidal Roar, grade-wide damage. So, the pattern was the knockback, then the stack, then players getting targeted with ground AoE. Targeted ground AoE. Alright, I don't remember this. Okay, those become large pools. There will be a portal that will appear in one of the 4 cardinal areas. Well, technically 8 areas. Just be ready to move appropriately to dodge. You've got enough time to look and find and dodge. Okay. Rip Current. Looks like that only goes out on the tank, so it's a tank buster, but it's also a line. You don't want to be in line with the beam. Tidal Wave coming again. This time from the right. Stand near the right. Undersea Quake is coming again. It's going down the middle. Oh, I should have been hit by that. Not complaining. Drenching Pulse. Followed by... Alright. So, in that fight, you see that it reverses what happens the first time in the part of the arena that gets destroyed. Just move appropriately, dodge stuff, and you should be golden in there. Oh, I want to avoid doing that anymore. No more commendations until Friday. Now, I'm not trying to be mean to other players, it is a matter of the experience bonus that you get from it. Because it's part of the challenge log. Logs, challenge log. Yep. Commendations, I'm withholding commendations, if I remember to, until Friday. There'll be plenty of times for commendations after Friday. Now remember, when you are using the challenge log, the amount of experience that you get depends on what level you are. You'll get increased experience from most of them if you do it at a higher level. Challenge log is probably what's going to get me to the first, to 81, possibly 82. We shall see. Sepulture. This is my favorite. Yep, this is my favorite. Haven't done the fight in months, but it's one of those fights that you remember. Well, that I remember. It's a very simple and basically you look at what's going on with the boss and you know where you're going to be standing next. The boss telegraphs really well. That was loud enough for the mic to pick it up. Upstairs. It's kind of aggravating. A few weeks ago, I was trying to do a recording, and, you know, failed, trying to re-record it a few times, and, you know, my voice gave out, and then I finally get the good recording that I need, and there's a massive crash from upstairs, and then a bunch of pounding going on, just trying to get everything back in order, I'm guessing. So, yeah, it was just kind of frustrating that finally got a good one and can't use it. So hoping to tomorrow or Thursday get another recording done. I just like that name. Butterfly effect. Butterfly effect is a very interesting literary tool. Storytelling. It's used very well in the film Remember Me, and what was it? That really bad Mel Gibson film from about almost 20 years ago now. Apocalyptica? Is that what it was called? I gotta find out now. Apocalypto. Yeah, Apocalyptica is the band. The box office success, making 3 times its... But, yeah, the butterfly effect, something that you have no control over, just influences your life. And it's like... Yeah. Butterfly effect is basically when fate does something for you without your consent, basically, and it's events that you had absolutely no hand in influencing what's going on. The basic premise of it was a butterfly flaps its wings on the other side of the world, and a hurricane wipes out a city on the other side, on your side of the world. And those are unrelated, but they're trying to say that the breeze made by the butterfly created the typhoon, the hurricane that took you out. That's what it is referring to, is the influence of the butterfly. In other words, something small that somebody else did being the catalyst for something major down the line. And in the case of Apocalypto, it's a really bad movie. I do not suggest you watch it, and if you plan on watching it, I'm gonna give big spoiler. So it takes place all in Mesoamerica and South America. I don't remember if they actually specified where, but you've got all this infighting going on, like political intrigue or killing between people that are in the nations in, you know, pre-colonization America. That's North and South America. And, the movie ends with, the people getting close to killing each other, and then they do it near the ocean, and they see a Spanish galleon or Spanish ship in the waters nearby, and somebody rowing to shore. So it's like good use of the butterfly effect there, as their entire world is just about to get screwed over through no fault of their own. I kind of like the butterfly effect of kindness, which is it's the belief that, if you do something good for somebody, it's going to potentially have greater effects down the line. And, I really ascribe to trying to be as kind as I can, because I don't like being mean to people. I'll get frustrated with people, but I don't try to go out of my way to make other people's lives miserable. And it's like I was listening to something talking about a guy that was on Roblox. 24-year-old guy who was on Roblox and would consistently do what he could to get back on there. He was very sexually explicit, doing things that would get him kicked off, banned, that kind of stuff. And Roblox finally sued him because he kept on circumventing their security measures. And something that was funny is somebody along the lines was saying that that the guy in question was saying that they banned his MAC address. And I'm not the most versed when it comes to networking, but banning a MAC address only works on a local area network. If you ban somebody's MAC address, it's basically saying that this address on our private network can no longer access this thing. And just the sheer stupidity of the guy. But yeah, that is kind of against my philosophy. You don't go out and you don't harass people for... I don't even know what the guy's motivation was. In the immortal words of Will Wheaton, don't be a dick. Let's get in here to one of my favorite fights. One of my absolutely favorite fights in the game. Probably my favorite fight. If I had to be honest, I could run this one a lot. And I did run it a lot back in the day because it was just... you had people learning it, and I was just saying... I'd mark myself going to the thing and just move on me. Those that moved on me lived. Those that didn't move on me, some of them lived, but a lot of them died. Oh. This is going to be fun. I mean, the fight is going to be shorter, like all these fights have been shorter back in the day. Okay. Eden's Gate. The Sepulchre. First thing, take the boss. Turn him away from the party. Voice of the land. Grade-wide damage. Alright, so, you'll notice that this map is a grid. That goes out. That goes out, and then you readjust yourself. It's kind of the same thing as a normal radial AoE, except we're going with squares. Stone Crusher, that is going to be the tank buster. And you take physical vulnerability up. So, you need to have a tank swap in here at some point. That goes down. You want to run and hide behind the one that doesn't crumble. My mistake, I forgot. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to put the rock between you and boss. Run towards the space. Is he going to geocrush? Knock everybody back. Now we enter into the fun phase. He's got the arms. The arms you do not want to be standing. When he's got it on his arms, you do not want to be standing in the lane. So, we've got the small ones. Small ones can be dodged by being on the corners of these. Sorry, I got a little thrown off after getting, you know, murdered like that. Alright, we got this going out. It's gonna jump. It's gonna be a knockback. Pay attention. If it goes on his arms, you want to be in the same lane as him. If it goes on as wheels, you want to be to the side of him. As you will get knocked off, knocked back. Then you run around, avoid the waves as they come out. I apologize. I may want to record this one again, but we shall see how it all turns out. They do not have the debuff, it looks like. There's the debuff coming out, but they can survive it. Alright, so we've got this going on. Alright, so it's very much like the original Titan fight with the things going around. I am going to do this one again. I do not like this run. As soon as the attack goes off, run in, place yourself behind, and dodge. So yeah, we're gonna run this one again. Right, we got the knockback again. I just lost all concept of what was going on. No, this is the one where you want to be in the lane. No. Oh. Alright, so we're going to skip that. We're going to rerun that. Give me a second. Okay, all right, let's do that again. An actual good one. Yeah, that completely threw me off. All right. So, good. Waiting. I got thrown for a loop in there. Kind of, yeah. All right, let's get in and do it again for an actual better teaching. That one was. Okay. Eden's Gate. Sepulture. This is my second time in here. The first time did not work. So I'm running it again immediately after the first time for a better run of this. Okay. They decided they wanted to taunt and take it over. They can tank. Alright, so first thing that you have to pay attention to is this. It's like a normal radial AoE. Just move accordingly. Can be this attack, which is going to target multiple spots on the grid. The grid is a 16 by 16, or 16 total, but 4 by 4. That plays a lot in this fight. And you can move accordingly in this fight. Look at this one. Alright, 2 rocks are going to fall, one of them is going to get marked. You want to place a rock that is not marked between you and the boss. Right, if you're tanking, try to tank the boss facing away from the party. Okay, Geocrush. Gonna jump on one of these platforms. Pay attention to what happens. If he gets arms, then you want to be in the lane in front of him. And then immediately move off of it. If he gets wheels, That's going to be another thing. Stone Crusher, we're gonna do that. Tank Buster. It also applies a stack of physical vulnerability up. If the fight lasts too long with a single tank, then you will suffer massive damage. So, with those, you're gonna get one that gets very large. Best place to stand is right there at the corner, at the intersection between two of the stacks. Voice of the Land is raid-wide damage, so be ready to heal through that. Alright, we got another Geo Crush coming. Now for this one, if he goes wheels, you'll want to stand at his side like this, because you will get knocked back, and then you've got this happening. If the fight lasts longer, you'll get him doing that multiple times. But pay attention to everything that's going around. If you are a DPS, there is no reason that you should be knocked off, because everything is telegraphed so well in this fight. Stone Crusher, that's going to apply the debuff. Yep, I'm taking more physical vulnerability. Bomb Boulders. Alright, this one's going to be different. This one is going to be like the traditional Bomb Boulders. You want to move accordingly away from the large one. As soon as the first group goes off, move someplace safe. And then avoid the ground explosions as they come up. Voice of the Land is going out. Crumbling Down is going out. Is the two boulders that will appear, but we also have expanding ground damage. With this one, as soon as he starts casting Seismic Wave, move behind the boulder. If you're main tank, do not move behind the boulder until he starts casting. Stone Crusher is going out again. Massive damage, so pray you don't get hit by it. Got the final Geo Crush going out. Get knocked back. We'll see if he goes wheels or if he goes arms. Going arms, so stand on his lane. Then immediately get off of it. And immediately move away from the landslide that comes out, because this is what he does if he survives long enough. And then he will start alternating between a pattern that is repeatable, and that is the fight. I hope you enjoyed it. Much better than the first time. Alright, let's do this then. Alright, so we don't need these things, so we're... So, something funny, the reason that they put this discard unique untradable item is you had people that were getting rid of items that were like quest items in their inventory that they needed to collect. And it's just like, what's this? And then they moved and they delete it. But they would get angry because it didn't say, oh, this was a special item. I didn't know it was a special item. So now you've got to, when you delete it, instead of just clicking yes for delete it, have to check the box saying, yes, I understand this is a unique item. Kind of funny. Kind of funny there. Alright. Let us move forward. But it's like, right there, that fight, the first one, threw me for a loop there. And again, that I would also say was a bit of my tunnel vision. I was focused on doing what I was supposed to be doing, and as soon as that focus was broken, I started screwing up. Kind of in the groove and then having the groove thrown off. Maybe I should get that from off the Emperor's Groove. Um, oh, I forget if the side quest that's up here that's also a plus needs to be done as well. Out of these cutscenes and we can get there. Ooh. Okay. That unlocks Savage. Not doing Savage. First 4 are down after 5 attempts. I think I'm happy to say that after 150 some odd videos, I've only had to redo 2 of them. If I get any complaints on some videos, I might run them again, just to focus on some of the finer details, like questions on stuff. Well, we're here. Okay, let's... Layer to the dropped frames, and I don't have the other program running that normally causes the dropped frames. Didn't hear why. Alright. Just wanted to finish up those 2 things. Right, we should be going for 1. Arianger. Brianger. Eden's Verse. Get it if you would stop thumping. Eden's Verse. And we're gonna... Our first time going through. That means we'll only have to do one more duty. Finish this book. Stop stomping. Please. Had a friend that... Mind. Never mind. Alright, here we go. Eden's Verse. Fulmination. Eden's Verse. Fulmination. Let's see if I can remember this fight for you guys. So it's Ramu. He's sort of a combination with Ixion. Ramu Ixion. Got a few people watching the cutscene. Right. Looks like I'm gonna be the one tanking, so... Tank the boss, kind of right here, away from the group. Crippling Blow. This is gonna be... Tank Buster. So if you don't have a special defense, one of the short charge defenses up, Stratosphere Summons. Okay, pay attention to this. So, 2 spots are marked on the ground, and a spear hits each one. You want to move over to the one that is lower because it's not going to bring in the lightning. Afterwards, you'll drop some orbs. Grab one. It will reduce the damage that you take from certain attacks. Always have at least one on you. They have a 50-second timer, so pay attention, keep an eye on that, and remember that there are going to be attacks that will remove that from you. So you will want to pick it up. Divine Judgment Vault is going to remove it from us. So I'm going to go and grab that one. Alright. We've got this going on. We're going to get knocked back. Try to re-center the boss. Tribunal Summons. This is going to be something else. Tribunal summons entities on either side that are going to rush across and go through and do a knockback and deal damage. Stratosphere Summons is going out again. And grab another Surge Protector from that. You want to go to the low point. Yeah. I was saying dang it because I was trying to use the charge and it wasn't letting me because I was too far away. Thunderstorm. Alright, this is going to target two players at first. No, my mistake. This is just summoning lightning bolts. You've got small and you've got large lightning bolts. You do not want to get hit by any of them. Just lost my Surge Protection. I'm gonna grab 2 stacks of it this time. Heal myself. Heal myself. Stormcloud Summons. This is what I was thinking of. So they got marked with it. They're going to run and drop that off over there. As soon as that is there, it's going to summon a cloud that is going to constantly bring lightning on us. Oosh. Oof. I'm trying to keep myself alive. Thunderstorm. As I said, you want to try to always have one stack of surge protection on you. You get hit by lightning, it strips it off. So you want to not get hit by lightning. That includes these tiny lightning bolts. And you don't want to accidentally fall off the edge because you turned inappropriately. Oh. I did not adjust myself properly before strafing. So I got myself killed. We got the small on this side. I'm just gonna grab the second one, drop the cloud there, get out of the way. So the other tank has got the boss now. If I recall, you don't want to have more than 2 stacks on you. Or is it more than 3? It's one of the 2. Alright, so we've got both of it happening this time. So we want to position ourselves right here. We've got the Ixions coming from all directions. Get knocked back there. Got no healers, but we do have a red mage. Okay. Because I am an off-tank at this point, I am going to focus on healing. Means I need to get mana back. So, it's a very simple fight. You just have to pay attention to getting knocked back, and if you can, don't walk off the edge like that. I made the mistake of doing an attack and then not readjusting with the mouse or walking off the edge. On the bangles, pass on those. Just because I want the ring when we get to the next stage, next 4, then yeah, I'll be going and getting those. I'm going to be needing on all of them because they should be comparable to what I'm wearing, if not a little bit better. I'm going to complete this, grab the 2 Mega. Skip the cutscenes. Friday there will be cutscenes because of the new content. Okay. There are a lot of cutscenes in these storylines, so enjoy the story. Please watch them. I like the story with this. I wasn't the biggest fan of sort of the peak, but other people liked it, so I'm gonna I'm gonna exit this and then teleport because I can't teleport from in there. Teleport to Yulmore so I can get the ring. Then we'll join the queue, because these queues seem to be going faster. A lot faster. Just watch, this is the one that doesn't. Zoning into the hub cities is always a pain in the butt. It takes long, because everybody decides to go there to AFK. Right, so this is going to be ring offending. Offended gear. Update. Yeah, the next set, last one was 50, so the next one should be 510. I'm going to be replacing wrists, probably. Belt, definitely, but not like the belt's going to matter in... Okay. They're going away. Could get some Sons of Revelation. Get the shield. Item comparison. Quick. Verse. Sure. Burr. Eden's verse. Burr. Oh, looks like I'm the better geared tank in this fight. Yeah, no worries. Oh, Garuda's music. Right, here we go. So, I don't remember this fight at all. Aside from a few things. You're fighting Garuda right now. Okay, for that, you'll want to pay attention to the direction that the boss is going to be sending those attacks out. Two people are going to be targeted with a ground AoE. They can drop it and then move out of the way. Or not. They drop it and they get launched into the air as the AoE. Okay, I do not know what just happened. I got knocked back, I know that. Alright, so I missed a mechanic. Alright, you do not want to be in line, you do not want to stack those either. Is that what got me? Yeah, I'll taunt because you're not on a tank. Okay, boss is going to do this, and then it's going to be a knockback. So you want to move accordingly, make sure you're not standing next to any of the orbs, and we'll pay attention. Pay attention this time. Okay. Boss switch. Be away from that. The Crete comes down. Right, Hands of Flame. That's a tank buster. Lightheaded. Certain attacks will cause concussion. Alright, for this you need to spread that out between 3 players. Spread it out. Get a heal there. Nobody should be standing next to me for that. Alright, then you've got the conflagrations. And I'm getting another lag spike. Not sure what's going on. Alright, for this, boss is going to come over here. Kind of want to be standing next to the boss, because he's going to kick that one away. And then they explode around everybody else. For no howl, I think this might be a knockback, so I'm going to stand here for a second. Nope, that's just raid-wide damage. I'm going to get a heal on the healer. Right, we've got boss shift again. This time, I'm going to take a freet this time. And we want to dodge out of that. Brutus doing that. Are we getting knocked back? Knocked back this time. Don't want to be standing on with... Oh, my mistake. You do want to have two people there for that. Oh, I completely forgot about that mechanic. Okay, Garuda's on... Both of them are on me. Okay, so we've got this. Two blades will appear. You don't want to be standing on either of the blades. Okay, don't know if this is going to deal damage or if it's just the boss shift. It does damage. So I was appropriate there. Alright, they combine at this point. Now we have to deal with attacks from all of them. One reason that I try to position the boss appropriately. This is definitely a... make sure you know where you're standing for stuff. That goes out, and... Okay, so for this, more than one person will prevent the air bump. Boss does that. Charge. Turn them around. And that's me dead again because I did not pay attention to the knockback that was going out. I saw it right as I know... Yeah. I saw the ring right before the attack went off and I didn't have time. So you're getting to see more of the fight from my down position. Raze is going out on me, it looks like. I think. Nope. Raze. Right, boss is doing that. I have invulnerability for a few seconds. Lost my invulnerability. Infernal Howl. Our mana back up so we can heal again. Hands of Hell. Want to run through and grab one. Make sure that you don't have stacked over each other. Come on. Okay. Wondering what that flower was, but that's a dancer thing. Dancer heal. Right. Okay, I need somebody stacked on me that's not... Go! Alright, so there have been a lot of mistakes in this. But we can recover from it. Eternal Howl. Gonna be raid-wide damage. Hands of Hell. And Incineration on me. And followed by ground explosions. I'm trying to explain, I swear. There's just a lot to this fight that I've forgotten. And I'd love it if I could stop getting the lag spikes. We're almost there. Pharaoh Storm. We'll take a short-term magic vulnerability bump from... but now it's basically just repeating pattern. Okay, we're gonna get a heal. We're going to get a heal out on them. Come on. I'm gonna get hit by one. Yep. Nope. Run away from people. Up cooldown. And dash. It does get progressively harder, and remember, this is also going a bit faster than normal. Pharaoh Storm is going out. Okay, just stay alive as best you can. Oh. So, that is a wonderful, wonderful fight for you to look at and just see some things that you're not supposed to do and some things to pay attention to. Pay attention for if there's a ring that's appearing in the middle of the ring, because that's going to knock you out. If you touch the wall, you die. Alright, let's move on. That fight actually was one that caused a lot of people consternation, because the fight gets progressively harder from there and lasts probably about 2 to 3 minutes longer. And my neck just popped. Neck popping means that I'm going to be getting a migraine, probably. And I'm going to be in pain for the rest of the week. So, Tylenol taken. That will help. Welcome in, Kozith. What accent would you like? You have a preference? I can do an accent. Iconoclasm. Irish. Irish it is. Had some difficulty doing an Irish accent well, I would always slip back into sort of a Scottish accent, but I think I've gotten my Irish one down pretty well. I actually, kind of funny, went into a store a while back, and without thinking about it, I slipped into an Irish accent, and engaged in conversation with someone that turned out to be helping me for about the next 10 minutes. So for the next 10 minutes, I was talking like this. It's kind of funny looking back on, but at the same time, it's just like, if I ever go back there, I'm gonna have to slip into the accent if I see them again. So I will stay like this until the duty finder pops. I hope that's okay. And, you know, you can absolutely critique my Irish accent. My Irish accent is based upon various shows that I've seen and people that I've spoken to in the past. It's not perfect. It can always be improved upon. But yeah.
The deepest backwoods butt crack of Georgia.
Thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it. And welcome in. Right now, I am mainly doing Final Fantasy XIV because we have the expansion coming out. And the expansion is something that I have been looking forward to for a couple of weeks now because it was supposed to be out 2 weeks ago. Well, week and a half. And yeah, we're just waiting for it to drop. Thursday, game is going to be down entire day. And then on Friday, I'm going to be logging in with my main character, doing that, and probably Final Fantasy XIV for the next few weeks. I may do a palette cleanse tomorrow or Thursday. Probably tomorrow. Do a couple of shorter one-shot type games like Another World, if you're familiar with that. It's actually an old game and has been very influential with a lot of other games in the style of storytelling. I've got a bit of a feeling that it kind of influenced some of the stuff that went on with Half-Life and how Half-Life worked, story-wise at least. But it's a side-scrolling Prince of Persia clone. Original Prince of Persia, not the three-dimensional one that was created many, many years later. But it was one of the games that I grew up on. And it was a rather enjoyable. Definitely enjoyable. I saw that they had, well, there was the sale recently on Steam, and the 20th anniversary remaster made available for considerably cheaper. So I picked up the remaster of it, and I'm going to see what that is like. And I hope that it lives up to the original. Hopefully it's just the graphics and not the gameplay that's changed, because the graphics could have used an update. I think that it was originally out when monitors had a maximum, like the mainstream monitors had a maximum of 256 colors. And it's kind of funny. Was actually telling my ex-girlfriend about it a few years back, and found a playthrough of the entire game on YouTube. So we sat down and we watched it because it was just one of those things that, you know, was maybe 25, 30 minutes to get through the entire thing. So we sat down and we watched it. It was designed more for the puzzle solving in it. Had to figure out how to get through certain locations. Let's do it this way. Turn to inventory. Turn to inventory. Inventory. And last piece going into the inventory. The reason you do that is so you can easily toss them in instead of having them seen what full set of gear looks like on a bunny yet. Okay. Not going to apply it. Gonna save the plate. But yes, Another World is one of those games that was kind of a I wouldn't say formative, but it was definitely one of those that I have very fond memories and many, many memories of just, you know, frustration at trying to figure out how to get past the certain puzzles. But yes, that's probably going to be something I do tomorrow night. Hopefully it won't take me 2 hours, 3 hours, or many days like it originally took me. Because it was trying to figure out how to make it past the certain puzzles, and most of the solutions are still semi-fresh in my head. Not gonna look them up, just going to try to get through it. But until tomorrow, I know there are other things that I can attempt to play tomorrow. Just in case that's too short. Actually, see what we have on the docket. I get into one that's going to take forever to get through. Did Limbo recently. Stillness of the Wind I've completed. Graveyard Keeper is just way too open-ended. Grim Fandango I haven't finished yet. I could finish Grim Fandango tomorrow. That was from my 1-year streamiversary. I started on that. And yeah, I think I'll complete Grim Fandango tomorrow. Along with Another World. Start with Fandango, finish that, and then finish the night up with World. You may know if you played the game in the US or Canada, Another World was also known as Out of This World. But yeah, it's an old game. I mean, before they added on the remastered edition, they did wonderful. Well, you could find it on abandonware sites. This is a long wait. Abandonware sites were one of the only places that you could get certain games for a long time. Because ow, not one. Alright. We've recentered after accidentally pulling our hair. Just what I need when I've got a migraine starting. Alright, what am I saying? Backtracking, trying to remember. Trying to remember. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. Maybe it won't come back to me. Alright, so we're in Lakeland. Lakeland is not where we want to be. Alright, we'll go and visit the fairies. If you're not familiar with Final Fantasy XIV, they borrow from all sorts of the mythologies and folklores. Alright, we're entering the iconoclasm. The accent, ending. But maybe not. Not gonna end until we get in. Eden's verse. Iconoclasm. Oh, this one. Ah, yes. This fight is so much fun. There's a lot to pay attention to in this fight. I'm gonna let somebody explain a little bit, because we will be wiping if somebody doesn't explain a little bit. Oh, I will deal with theirs. If you are given a white debuff, stand in the path for black. Vice versa. There are going to be portals that beams are going to path into. Pay attention to what color is going to what portal, so that you are standing in the correct one. This will make sense when we get into the fight. I'm gonna pull a ready check. And I'm gonna pull the boss. The boss is gonna be staying right where it is. Be moving around a little bit. And the other tank looks like they are going to be main tanking. So, for this, we will get into the mechanics shortly. Main tank needs to be standing away from the edge, or away from the group, because they will be pulling damage in a beam. Words of motion. Here we go. Got 2 orbs. And we got 2 more. So, one goes first, then you move out of the way, and that one goes next. Both of our healers got hit with that. Okay. So with this, easiest way for this, for the first one at least, and here, then run over here. So what this does is this introduces you to the portal system that it's got in this game, or in this fight, where now there are 4 portals, so we've got to pay attention to what goes where. We've got red on the right and blue on the left. We want to first dodge the red, or dodge the first thing, then the second thing, then we dodge the red, then we dodge the blue. It is something to try to wrap your head around. If you are not used to it, it can throw you off. Okay. With this one, you get hit with one of these. You do not want the portal to be standing near somebody else's or off the edge. So you want to turn yourself to where the ending spot is elsewhere. Okay. Don't all stack. Nope, nope. That might kill half the party. Okay. So there are 2 stackers in that one. You don't want to stack them next to each other because what just happened. So, if you are fast forwarding to this point, let us do this again. I will let the other tank pull. You're gonna mark there. We got 2 and 3. Okay. Healers are getting marked for that. So. Okay. So, this is something that So, sometimes you can have it set out like this. You are fast forwarding to this point. We've marked the 2 spots, and the healers are going to split between the 2. And that's where they're going to go when we do the stack mechanic, to avoid having issues like we just had. Alright, so Wave is a big attack that deals damage to everybody. Unshadowed Stake is going to be a tank target line damage. The Tank Buster. Words of Motion. This is the fun mechanic. This is where we get introduced to it. So, go. The outside came down first. And the inside, so you dodge after the outside one goes, then you dodge the inside one. This is the second one. This introduces you to the red and blue mechanic. So red is going to go first. I'm going to hit this portal, and then it's not going to hit me where I'm standing. So as soon as red goes off, you can run through the portal this way, so you don't have to do the full dance on the first one. First one is an easy one to dodge out of, because you only have to dodge twice. This is the one that is not so easy. Portals will appear on either side. That side or that side. Okay, so blue is going to go first. So you want to be standing in red. Then blue's going to come out. Then red's going to come out. Just a matter of paying attention to what the patterns are. The tank should not be standing there. Okay, away with thee is where we get this little thing. You will be sent wherever it lands. I prefer not to Have it stack. False Twilight. Run away. Run over to this group. Empty wave, that's damage to everybody. Unshadowed Stake. Heal the other tank. Unjoined Aspect. Okay, I have been aspected Umbral, meaning that I can only get hit by white. Now the thing that they don't tell you about this is that once you get hit with one, you shift to the other. So, because I am now white aspected, there you go. I'm now back to Umbral. So, the thing that confuses most people about this is when those two beam mechanics are combined, and that's coming up. Nope, they're going for that one, I'll go for this one. These ads, just DPS them down as fast as you can. You will get the teleporter during this, and the tanks will get... No, the bosses are going to do a ring. So you want to place it somewhere where you are not going to be hit by the rings. I was not placing myself properly, I was tunnel visioning on what I was saying. So I apologize for that. Right, so once this idolatry is down, we're going to have a big boom effect, I believe. So something's coming, watch out. Toss up Passage of Arms. Alright. Now the fun begins. Unjoined Aspect again. So I am white this time. I am astral, not umbral. Alright, so this one you've got to pay attention. Alright, so first beam I want to hit is black. Black is going to go into red. So I want black and blue. Because immediately comes out like that. This time I'm astral, so I want umbral. Now I've got the umbral aspect. Away with thee. This is the movement again. We want to land in one of those circles. Reason being, we've got Norb dropping on us. And we don't have a res anymore. So this is probably going to be... the end of it. Especially that. I was not paying attention to that mechanic. So, we are going to enter into the third phase, which I don't think has happened that often here. I would not be able to heal myself and get through that. That's not as close as the previous one. So, hopefully we've got it this time. This is the third attempt. Welcome in. Right. Here we go. This is attempt number 3. Idol of Darkness. Empty Wave is going to deal raid-wide damage. Heal through it. Unshadowed Stake is going to be a straight line attack to the main tank. It's a tank buster, so be ready to heal the tank if you're a healer. If you're the tank, pop a cooldown to mitigate some of the damage so it's not as stressful on the healers. Alright, so this is the first mechanic that you need to pay attention to. They will appear and they will go off in order, so there goes the first one. There goes the second one. This is our third time through in this fight, and I'm happy to say that the people that I'm with here, nobody missed it that time. Alright, so we got blue over there. So red goes first. We can dodge this first one easily by just waiting for the first one to go off and then running straight through. But the red portal is going to shoot the beam that comes after the red. Here, this will better illustrate that if you're watching it from this point on. Alright, so first one is going to go into blue. We are standing in red. Out. Blue's going to come out. We dodge out of red. And there you have it. A very simple dance once you learn how to do it properly. And usually, it's best to pay attention to where the beams are going and where they're going to be coming from. Just to make sure you know what you're doing and focus on that before maintaining DPS. Crap, I'm off the edge. I turned right at the last second because I tried to attack the boss and I've got faced the target. So, while I lay here dead, alright. So, the second mechanic for the beams. You get Umbral or Astral Affinity. You want to be the opposite of what you are marked. So I'm Astral, you want to go Umbral. Important to note, as soon as you get hit with Umbral or Astral, you shift aspects. So, pay attention. You do not want to get hit with the opposite color because you take lots of damage. Ads phase. Focus the ads down. The ads are going to do a couple of attacks. They're both going to be doing a ring attack. That will become important for this. I'm going to run out here and position myself so that I will get teleported towards the inner ring so that I don't have to adjust myself when the fight ends. If you're DPS, you can position yourself to where you will be outside of the ring or inside of the ring, depending upon what your preference is. Right, the ads are dead. There is a stack mechanic. The reason the 1 and 2 are here is because the stack mechanic is set up where one healer goes to number 1, one healer goes to 2, and then other players stack on those with them. 4 per is usually ideal, but sometimes you only get 3 per, which can lead to somebody dying. Unjoined Aspect is what's going to give us the effect. We've got Umbral effect on us right now. It means we want to be hit by the Astral effect. Now pay attention. Blue is on the right, coming towards us. So, we want to be Astral. And then we want Umbral. So we want to be standing right here, because we're going to be turned Astral, and then the Umbral is going to come through and turn us over. So pay attention to the colors as they're coming out. Will last until... You'll keep having waves until the buff, debuff goes away. Alright, we got this again. This time, you want to teleport yourself onto one of these platforms because we've got a meteor coming down. Once the meteors are down, resume combat. Empty wave is raid-wide damage. You get a heal on the main tank. Wonder. Yep, I can choke that damage for him. You notice how I tried to get close and they moved away? That was good on their part. Alright, blue. I'm in red. So, which comes first? Like red's going first. You want blue? And we stand here. Wait for red to go out, and then we drop back to red. And then we move ourselves because that's a lot of stacked AoE damage that we want to avoid. And at the double. That's the stack mechanic that you need to be paying attention to. The unjoined aspect is not going to go out because the limit break is going to kill the boss. Retries. That is actually very good considering the new people that we had. Alright, that is the Iconoclasm knocked out. 5 left to go. But that is a very fun fight. Pay attention to the mechanics. You should be able to get through it relatively simply. It's one where almost everything is telegraphed. You just have to know where to stand, but you have to learn to know where to stand. Right, clear. Refulgence. Fulgence. Shiva? Yeah, this is Shiva coming up. Oh. Hey, we got a line. Gonna be a good start for the next section. More antlions. How high can we go here? Gonna be one on top of these? Nope. No lookout points. Okay, so I can understand in the middle of a desert having a structure like this that you want to have as a shelter, because it would be good against some winds. But you would also want a windbreak, probably right here built, on the other side built, just in case of sandstorm. Alright, let's get in here, let's knock this one out. This is a fun one. Spoilers, I'm gonna say, yeah. Eden's Verse. Refulgence. Warning, if you don't want spoilers for what's going to happen, this fight does have spoilers. It is a fun fight. If you just want to watch for what you need to watch for, then do that. But because of the way that these are structured, there are going to be some spoilers in this fight. Countdown for seconds when we've got somebody in a cutscene. If that drops, that's going to be great. Wow.
Fools,
Good timing.
you would stoke the fire.
Alright, so, things to pay attention with Shiva. Tanker in the middle. He has got abilities that can be dodged. That attack is a area of effect damage, hits everybody, can't dodge it. Redress. Look away. Scythe kick. You want to be standing under her for this scythe kick. Redress. That is going to turn the floor ice. If you move on ice, okay, Biting Frost is going to be everything in front of her. So you want to be standing behind her for Biting Frost. Double Slap. Not mistaken, that is the Tank Buster. Diamond Frost is going to be everything behind her, I believe. No. Diamond Frost is AoE damage. Right. This one, you gotta be careful. You can get hit with multiple things. You just don't want to get hit with those. They're going to be chasing AoE, so be ready to move after they go out. Good chance that some people are going to die. And the lag spike prevented me from seeing that all. He does do a knockback, that is why you want to tank her in the middle. Mirror, mirror. Okay, this is the spot that screws most people, including me, up. So, she's going to do an attack, driving Frost, which is behind her. And then the same attack is going to go out both mirrors. You want to be standing someplace safe. Get a heal on that healer. Redress. The boss really should be pulled back to the middle for this. I did not see that. That was the look away. Axe kick. Yep, gonna get hit by that. At least it wasn't a knockback, so we're still in the game. I did not see the look away marker come up. Alright, we are going to get split apart. So it's best to try to have the whole party
um,
up at this point. You want to have everybody up if you can, because you've got this. So ads are going to spawn. You want to beat the ads down as fast as possible. You don't want them to reach the thing in the middle. As the tank, you've got the additional problem of blocking this. You do not want that to touch the middle. When it blows up, then you can break out and kill other things. There are going to be a few of those, too, I think. After you destroy each one of these things, you will also take damage from it. This thing gradually blows up as well. So you'll want somebody getting either side for this one. Usually tank and healer. But if you do good, you get nothing. And then you get taken back to the middle. We did good. I'm proud of us. Eva's back. Keep her in the middle. Holy. Epicenter AoE. Get fairly far away. You take less damage. Then get back as close as you can. Just in case.
light consume you.
Light rampant. Okay. So these require 2 people each. My mistake. Those require 1 people each. These require 2 people each. There should be another one that is going to be 4 people. Well, you've got the... If you've got marked with those, you want to be standing away from any of the platforms that are being targeted for the comets that are coming down. You've got 4 mirrors this time, so you want to pay attention. Scythe kick. Oh crap, that's... And you want to run right up next to the mirror. I thought that was the other kick, so... My mistake. Absolute 0. Grade-wide damage. Again, absolute 0. I'll toss Divine Veil up. You can limit break right here if you want. Like that. Because we have a cutscene. Adjust if you want to skip the cutscene. Go forward maybe 45 seconds, 30 seconds. Alternately, I could cut it out, but I'm not cutting it out because of fights in these.
The light! It's too much for her to bear! Ugh, she won't last much longer!
It's Jessica Jones.
Enough of this! Power of darkness, answer my call! Ugh. Ugh. Yeah! Damn this light!
Alright, we got a flood of light coming in. Flood of light is now at bay. Nope.
Won't give up!
This is where you limit break again.
Future.
Usually it's best to do it at the start. Good. It's going out. And that is the fight. The last phase is just burning through. So, hope that was enjoyable for you guys. Alrighty. 4 remaining. Four left. This is great. And if you're curious as to what's going on, watching one of the long cuts or whatever, just recommend playing the game and enjoying the storyline. Mordsuk. Okay. You ever get a Capri Sun and you accidentally stab it through front and the back? Used to do that all the time as a kid. Right. We have 4 more to go. One. And we want to go to the Pendants because that's the farthest south. I think back to the times of dial-up. Just think that something like this would not have been available or doable back then. Streaming like this with a rather intense game. Sitting here thinking, huh, EverQuest. What would this have been like? I can tell you right now, it would have been crap. Because EverQuest is one of the most boring games to watch because it's a lot of, it's like, at least back then it was like 80% downtime. and they didn't have safeguards in the game for players, so if you were a necromancer and you were using Lich, regenerate mana faster, and you walked away from the computer, forgot to turn Lich off, yeah, you kill yourself. Basically turn yourself into pure mana, relatively speaking. But World of Warcraft came along, and like many games, it borrowed from a lot of games, and eventually started outright stealing ideas from other games. For example, you want to play Plants vs. Zombies in EverQuest? You can. Or in World of Warcraft. You could, at least, and it was just like a blatant ripoff. I think it was Farmville they added, and people didn't like that, so they stopped updating it. Honestly, if they hadn't gotten rid of that, I probably would have stayed on for a couple more months, at least, just to see what they added for it, or after Warlords of Draenor. But as of right now, I don't think I'm going to be buying a Blizzard game or playing a Blizzard game for a while. Eden's Promise. I mean, so I tried out, what is it, their big one right now, that tried Hearthstone, and Hearthstone was, it just struck me too much like Yu-Gi-Oh! For the Game Boy. Very simple, very, it didn't take much thought to get stuff done, and then they would throw in random generators so that, or the perception of randomness, make it so that it seemed more balanced. I just don't think you can do a card game very well on a computer, because the random factor is going to be random, and sometimes when you've got a random factor like that, especially with a computer generated one, you can have 100 in a row 3 times. Like, you're getting the deck, and you know, for 5 hands, for 5 different games, you could draw the same cards. Or not necessarily the same cards, but like the same unique, there's only one in my deck card, and that rarely happens in real life. So the RNG is just favorable to some and disfavorable to others. Doesn't really strike me as. We'll get back to talking about this after Eden's Promise. Eden's Promise. Umbra. Nope. I just had to check because I've got an image of Dora the Destroyer elsewhere, so I just wanted to look at that. Alright. Gonna tank the boss right where she is. The Cloud of Darkness. Ground Gazing Particle Beam. I'm gonna pop a cooldown just in case. Okay, that is the raid-wide damage. Yeah, I didn't see that charging up. So, she has a knockback that takes up half the arena. Empty plane. Creates a grid that is 5x5. There are crystals on either side. Deploying condensation. Got it. Unable to jump due to Cloud of Darkness's inborn magics. Okay. I'm not seeing any detrimental effect from this. No reason to go back and forth yet. Knockback. I don't know what killed me there. I did not see any other debuffs on me. Knockback. Alright, we've got... Okay. You'll get chained to one of the little tiny things that will spawn. You want to run away and break the chain. Wide angle phaser. Ruin's coming back here. Okay. Boss is doing something to either side. Right. Illusion of Darkness. Hero Form Particle Beam. I'm gonna pop a couple cooldowns for that just in case. Didn't help. This. One person per. No need for more in this setting. Darkness. Okay, so she starts gathering energy in one hand or the other for Art of Darkness. So, adjust accordingly. I did not see that before. Empty plane. Take raid-wide damage. Deploying condensation. I think if you stay on one tile too long, you die. That's why people keep moving. Got various attacks that will go out, so dodge accordingly. Yeah, I think that's what killed me before, is I stayed on one too long. There's the Art of Darkness going out, and me missing. I'm gonna hit hallowed ground here. Heal myself. Particle beam going out. So there should be enough spots for everyone to be doing their stuff. Obscure Woods. See what this does. Brings us back to the normal. Okay. Got the pushback. Get a clemency off before that goes off. Gonna get linked to one of these pods again. Come through. Try to break it. Here we go, broken. Wide angle phaser. Come back against the wall. I'm just sitting here curious why the main tank is not getting the heals. Were they rezzing during that time? Okay, they're going that way. We want to be right here. A little bit to the side. Gotta dodge a lot of the mechanics. I may not have remembered them when I got in here, but I'm trying to play catch up. Guard of Darkness. You've got to pay attention to her because when she starts casting the Art of Darkness, it's usually too late to move. You need to be looking at her. Okay, there's the Zero Form Particle Beam. Pop a couple cooldowns for that. Empty plane, we're going back to the other phase again. I think people are not wanting to use Limit Break because they're scared that we might have to use it for rezzing. I don't know how long. You have to be standing on something for it to actually kill you. I'm just moving back and forth. Out of the way. Off, and... Okay. So, Ring itself is going to get the purple around it. So the square getting the purple is what is signifying you should be moving, like that. Means that square is unsafe, and you've got everybody stacking on the same square. You're going to take... and quicken the time, I believe. Just... dodge what you can. We are out of there, and the boss is down. This loot I will need on. Got the bangle and the belt. People run these to get gear for their off specs as well. Free to go. Then we'll raid out. Well, I'll talk about what I'm going to be doing, and then we'll raid out. Going to Eden. Promise. Litany. Alright. Travel. Teleport. We are going to Yulmore. Let's go and get repaired. Okay. Let's promise. Litany. Apple of War? Nope, we don't want that one. Come on. Self-defending. Ring offending. I do like that. That I like. Like that. Oh, and we can wear the mask. Wonderful. Ah yes, we were going to spend that and get a shield. Item comparison. That's nasty. We crit, or we determination. We gain crit. I think determination is better for. I don't know. We get the ring offending. That would be the one. It's skill speed. Going away. Get skill speed and tenacity for. Not doing Savage. Minor upgrade. Still doable. And it's not like I'm gonna have anything to spend the homestones on come Friday. Because all of these are going to become obsolete except for Poetics. What happen is the Revelation is going to move up one, they're going to add a new one there, and then you can trade the Allegory for Revelation. Longer wait time on this one. Alright. Alright, we are at the front of the queue. Know that because we are starting to gather people. Oh, it's kind of funny, this location, because there are places like this that people have made for roleplay. That they don't allow poles to be installed in housing. So, a few things that I was talking about earlier. With these games, don't harass people. It's just not, it's not nice. And, you know, you're really just gonna make people angry and probably get yourself banned. There is a very low tolerance for harassment and abuse in this game. The funny thing is, it's not as strict as it used to be. A lot of it is just the community not rewarding people that are being jerks. Like, another MMO that is currently facing problems because their devs are being jerks. So, here we go, here we go, here we go. Free to go. On my friends, please click accept. Eden's Promise. Litany. Oh. So we got some people watching the cutscene. Other tank to be precise. I'm guessing you don't want to touch the outside. I don't know if there's knockback in this, we'll find out. Forward Implosion. I'm gonna pop arm's length just in case. Okay. So, Forward Implosion is a frontal line damage. Forward Shadow Implosion. You don't want to be standing in front of the boss when that goes out. Deep Shadow Nova. I think this is going to be raid wide. It is raid wide. Okay. Other tank has got it. Backwards Implosion. Right when I move back there. So far, so good. Backwards Shadow Implosion. So for this first part of the fight, you just want to stay close to the boss. Spawn shadows. Shadow Warrior. That's the one that's going to blow up. Pay attention to which one is doing what. And then move behind it. Alright, that's a simple mechanic. Find out which one has the black line to it, and then follow it, and then run behind it. Fade to shadow. Circles on either side. Everyone's coming and standing over here. Gonna come stand over here. Okay. Fade to shadow. Summons two beasts that do a point blank AoE around them. At the spots. Also has point blank AoE when it decides to stand up. Umbra Slash is stacking debuff that takes slashing resistance down. I taunted off of you. Left Giga Slash does a left hand swipe. Left Shadow Slash again. Void Gate, don't know what this is gonna do. Okay, we gotta have two in each. Take some damage. Somebody get over there. Remember, your DPS is not more important than the survival of the party. Okay, they took it back. Left Shadow Slash. Okay, they no longer have the debuff, so I'm not worried about them having threat anymore. Okay, move to one of the spots that's going to knock you closer to a corner than the side, just in case. You don't want to get knocked all the way back into this wall. Boss is now back down on its hands and knees. spawning shadows again. Got 3. So this one is the one that we're going to watch. That way, goes that way. That way, goes that way. That way. You want to run and hide and then come back out because there's going to be targeted ground AoEs on everybody. Deep Shadow Nova, that's going to be grade wide damage. Forward Shadow Implosion. Oh, he turned around. I didn't see that. Oh, he just shifts directions a lot in that. Get a heal on the healer. Fade to Shadow. Get a heal out there. Okay. Got 30 seconds on this. So for that one, boss is going to turn a direction and do the frontal ability. Boss is standing up again. Void Gate. Right Giga Slash. I was out of that. But lag has been a problem tonight. Got away Eruption. Dodge out of it. Right Shadow Slash again. Followed by another right Shadow Slash. So just pay attention to the patterns. They build upon each other. If the fight lasted longer, I would expect it to either be another double or possibly a triple. And that is 10 down, 2 to go. Neat. Head, body, subs. Feet. Feet needs to go there. Leave momentarily. Just organizing things a bit. I know what I'm getting. Alright. Alright, themed the ASMR, so I am going to be doing what I can in ASMR for a little bit. I'm assuming that you want ASMR in an accent. I will see if I can pull that off. Australian. Alright, I shall try to talk to you in my Australian accent. I have learned it mostly from, sadly, Crocodile Dundee, but I've been trying to expand it by watching some other stuff and, you know, learning from real Australians and not just that, cliche movie, I guess you'd call it. This is really very awkward for me because I've got to get very close to the microphone to do this. So it's really just kind of a bit strange. I don't think I've actually ever met an Australian, unless I met one when I was over in London. But, the accent, I mean, there are two main accents that people go for when you go Australian. And you've got, Steve Irwin, who, what a wonderful man. And you've got, the guy that played Crocodile Dundee. And I grew up with one of them and formulated the accent based upon that. Let's get this set up. We do not need to go and purchase anything new with our current settings. We do not need... Are we in Antiquity? We are in Antiquity. Alright. So we're going to put the rings over here in Antiquity. Don't need that. Don't need these. And there we go. So, ASMR in an accent. This is something new. I had actually never considered anybody redeeming them and stacking them up like this. So I'm a bit, flustered, I guess you could say. Certainly something new. Regrettably, I'm going to have to cut it short because the duty just popped. Eden's Promise. Anamorphosis. Okay. Wonder who this is supposed to be. Alright. Don't know this fight. Looks like we can fall off the edge. Pay attention to where you're standing.
Could be born from my memories. That creature is passing on its ether.
Burnt Strike can be a straight through where he is standing and facing, so you do not want to be... You don't want to be standing in the way of the thing, but you do want to be standing midpoint, just at the side of it. Otherwise you're going to get knocked off.
You're not going anywhere.
Round of Faith. I have no idea what that's doing. Like it targets a couple of people and then deals massive friggin' damage to them over time. Okay, you want to move away from that, I believe. Powder Mark. And I think Powder Mark is a tank buster. Doing that again. Burnt Strike. Oh, this is going to be... Oh. Alright, so different things going out. Trying to figure out what just happened. The dragon Oh, that's what that is. Down to Faith.
You're not going
Targeted with
anywhere.
that. I didn't even see that. Turn of Heavens.
Light claim you.
Alright. We want to be over here.
Surge in the ether.
We want... Yeah. So, on that, there are 4 and there are 5. You want to be on the side that's got 4. If you're on the side that's got 5, you're going to take additional damage. Because the explosion is going to be wider.
Come, show me your strength.
This boss is a combination of Thancred and
My blood, answer my call.
the guy that Thancred has as main enemy. Okay, dragon's gonna come down. Gonna do that. I'm guessing he's gonna do straight through. Straight through. Because it's got the dragon with it, it's gonna okay. Got it. Got it. So the dragon coming down and doing a ring means it's going to explode outward, but the dragon just coming down and
Try something else.
doing something else, which I didn't see what it was doing.
The blade is imbued with light.
Burnt strike. Okay, this is the one where
How about you?
okay, I am lost. I'm trying to see what's going on. Trying to pay attention to see what the different things are. Bound Faith. Okay, he's got the ring around him. Dragon's going in a circle.
You're not going anywhere. The light will cleanse your sins.
Okay, we don't want to be standing where they are.
The light's so strong. I can't sense anything else.
We're moving on the outside. This is where we need to go and stand. Okay, that's where we need to go and stand. I will explain if I notice and I can actually... Oh, that's gonna hurt, that's gonna hurt, that's gonna...
A feeble shield protects nothing. Light claim you.
Okay, this is gonna be, again, you want to come over and not be stacking on the red, because the red is going to be, yeah, like that. And I thought the other tank died. Burnt strike. Okay. Going around in a circle.
How about you?
Yeah, go ahead and take it back. I was not.
How about
Circle and fire. Okay, so fire means it's going to be the knockback. Lightning means it's going to be an additional pushback. Or an additional line after it. Alright, we're gonna pull down.
Light claim you.
Remember, you want to be on the side that does not have 5. Also runs back to the middle. Burnt strike. Okay, this is the electric one, so you want to... If this holds true, it goes boom, and then the secondary, yes. Okay, figured it out. So it's not the dragon, it is the element that goes around it. Bound of Faith.
You're not going anywhere.
I don't know what you're supposed to do there. I think you have to move a certain distance away from the boss so that it doesn't give you the dot. Crap.
A feeble shield protects nothing.
Got the lightning one this time.
Light claim you.
Healing myself like there's... Okay, there were more... Okay. That was on me. I did not count, I was focused on healing myself. And since everything else previously had been blue... That is going to be a kill. Alright. Sorry I didn't get to finding out what things did until more than halfway through the fight, but I figured it out. We got there in the end. Eat on everything. Probably win only one thing. Don't give out any comms because we gotta save those for Friday. Because they give bonus experience. You complete them. Only 1-1. One mains, and then we will raid out. Well, I keep saying that. One duty remains, and then we are going to have a discussion, well, explanation of what's going on the rest of the week. Promise, eternity. Alright. Elves in there. So, Kozeth, if you're watching, if you don't know what I'm doing, this is basically a learning. I basically do the duties as learning, and this is the final duty that we're going into from the beginning of the game to now that I have gone through. So I clip them and put them on my YouTube thing. That's why I'm like going through explaining the fights as we're going through them. Come Friday, I'm gonna be on a different character, and it's just gonna be all storyline. So it's gonna be fun. Got an expansion coming out, so gonna be focusing on that. Thank you for the consume liquid. Always good to stay hydrated, especially if you're talking a lot. Voice gives up on you if you don't. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for spending your time with me. Alright, let's get out of here. Like opera, but that is just not enjoyable opera. You're welcome. You're very welcome. Here we are, the final, absolute last one before Friday. Eden's Promise. Eternity. Wow. Okay, so looking at this grid, we've got a wonderful cross-section of stuff. We've got circles all over the place. I don't remember this fight. This could get interesting. That's kind of terrifying. Alright.
Joined as one, never to be parted. Unbound.
I've heard of a coat of arms, but that is ridiculous.
Single perfect moment.
Right. Maleficium is a raid-wide damage.
We shall draw your memories from
Alright, it's drawing from, like, Ramu? So that's going to be a point-blank AoE around the boss. Drawing from Leviathan. Yeah, that's going to be the sides. Ramu again. Run away from Ramu. I can see what this is going to be already. Leviathan again, so be in the middle. Don't know what the other four do right now. We will find out. I will watch the other players because they seem to know. Nope, get away from me. The Tank Buster, you don't want to be hit by it. Okay, it's casting Ifrit. Ifrit, everyone is going... Okay. Ifrit is left and right. Then we got Garuda, which... Cardinal directions. Ifrit again. Left and right. Garuda, it's going to be the cardinal directions. Okay. So that is four patterns that we've found.
Must you interfere?
Four patterns will cross over two at a time.
once you are erased from our memory.
You've got to protect her memories.
Okay. Climb the ladder, climb the stairs, however you want to call it,
You would defy us.
and destroy anything that is getting near the memory.
Delicious, aren't they?
These are actually quite good.
See? Let's have another one.
Okay, we cannot gain threat on them. They're just going to consistently. Okay. A lot going on there. So there's a beam that goes down the middle. There's a
What happened to the other
AoE at
half?
the sides, and then
Am I being
players will get
erased from
targeted.
her memory?
void standing in any of them except for the beam down the middle, so you share the damage.
I told you it would make a great necklace.
It's beautiful.
Oh.
I think it'll really suit you.
Me? But I thought you should have it.
Those little sculptures are gonna fall. Beat them. We should move on. Get another knockback from this. Don't know anything else that comes with it.
Is this ice? Where did this come from?
If this goes on much longer, she'll forget everything.
We tire of your insolence.
How about this one?
That's my color.
Alright,
Now,
beastly sculptures, AoE them down. Okay, we got the central, knockback, and as far to the middle as you can.
what am I doing with this? I'd never wear this color.
No! We can't let this happen!
Last one. This is the last one. Okay. Done.
We shall bring eternal harmony.
I think they stack. I'll toss a Divine Veil just in case.
Perfect balance.
And the boss is back. Okay. After that phase change, we got the boss back in the middle. Gonna retain the threat that it had from before. Now, which two are you going to select this time? Gonna do a Freet, Ramu. You want to be at the side and away from the boss. And
Now your memories belong to us.
go out together. I do not know what Shiva or Titan do. It's going to be Garuda and Ramu. And then Titan. I don't know what's going to happen there.
Memories of all.
Earth and Fury is just raid-wide damage. Okay. We got the bombs. I got hit by a lot of those. A lot of us went down on that. That's what we like to see. Level 3 limit break. Alright, we got Garuda and Leviathan this time, so... Cardinal directions on the sides. The casting Ramu and Garuda, Cardinal and Center. Maleficum is the raid-wide damage. Toss Divine Veil up again. Give people a little bit of a bigger shield. We got Ifrit and Ramu. And then Shiva.
Memories of ice.
Diamond Dust. Oh, that's what it does. Okay, so we can go like this. Crap, I'm off the edge. I was just like a hair's breadth away from not falling off the edge. Lot of movement that goes on between or after that phase. There's the Garuda and Ramu. Okay, they're doing 3 Ramu, Garuda, and that's gonna be Ai. Back here. Yeah, I can't heal myself.
Your memories belong to us.
They're stacked right here. I saw it go for Leviathan as well. So I am curious where... Maybe I didn't see it. Okay. Ramu and Ifrit. Junction Titan. Okay, that's gonna be raid-wide damage, and then we'll get it before... There we go. Oh. I got all the mechanics that I saw. That is final. Kaya's adorable, so on her pet. Out of character. Last dungeon of the expansion of everything I've been working on the past, what, 3 months? So, ah. Get her? I did not get her. That's okay. I got the card. Are wonderful there. Right, so let's finish up the queen. It's been a really fun road. I mean, started out with this just let's teach people how to play tank. I'll go through a few dungeons and show them some tricks, and then it became, I'm going to do all of the duties from beginning to end, like explain the fights and everything. And turned into something really fun for me. I wanted to get it all done before the expansion, and I'm kind of glad that the expansion was pushed back 2 weeks because I was able to do this. I mean, it would have been November 19th that it would have dropped before, so it would have been weeks ago that I would have had to be at this point. And much stress in my life at that point, I would have had to do a few like 8-hour streams. Easily a few 8-hour streams. Get through all of this, but I'm glad where I'm at. Now I'm set for the expansion to come out. I've got my almost complete half level of experience if it works. I've got the challenge log set up to get the experience to level faster. Alfred. Alright. So, what is going to be going on is I'm going to be doing a general stream, get some other games in there. I think I'm going to be doing Grim Fandango. I'll try to finish that, and Another World. That's going to be tomorrow night. Friday, the game is going to drop. I'm going to get into it in the evening, probably. There's a lot that I'm doing that day. And then the weekend is just going to be going through, and since I'm doing this with 2 characters right out of the gate, it's going to be story on Friday. Get as far as I can go on Friday, and then switch over to this character on Saturday. And if I get farther, I get farther. Because this character is skipping all storyline, just going for the dungeons, and we'll see how things go. Thank you, Kozeth, for coming in and spending time with me. Thank you for the follow as well. I hope you have a wonderful evening. We are going to go and visit somebody is online. We can show some love to. Alright. Anybody doing... We're gonna go to a longtime friend. They're playing Metal Gear Solid, the original, it looks like. They are very fun, very personable. Stick around, show some love, and I will see you again soon. Good night.